This is Bradley, and yeah, it's cool that you decided to do your own chair, and it looks good. I like the way you've done this. This weirdness here, this is the kind of thing that happens when you use a different version of Maya, and you get some weird artifacts like this sometimes. Also, if you don't delete your history. So if you delete your history before you submit the file, it probably wouldn't have done this weird thing. But either way, please upgrade to Maya 2019. I believe I mentioned that in the last module as well. So make sure you do that. The other thing is to clean up your outliner, get things named and grouped so they're not sitting out. The other kind of little details I look for is just, putting in little bevels, like so it's just not super sharp edges. So Control B, and then even if it's really small, it's better than just having, the corners still look sharp, but it doesn't look like computery razor sharp. Um, and it looks like you've got, is that a bevel or are those just extra edges there? Those don't, yeah, that doesn't look really beveled. Wonder if you need quite so many edges. Like, I don't know what, for example, that one's doing for you. Is that doing anything? Shift right mouse click, delete edge. Yeah, that wasn't really doing anything. So look for, if there's ones you can delete, like that, and then, for example, you could go in here and here and here and here. Oh, let me get rid of this one first. Don't need that, probably. Maybe this. That kind of thing, and then Control B, and then you can even add a segment if you want, but it just looks, that rather than having the perfectly sharp edge, that one's probably too big. Because it gives it sort of a computery look when you have that. I don't know why. Were you putting this on smooth? Was that the deal? Is that why there's so many extra edges? Is that the? Oh, I mean, if you're going to do smooth preview and that's the final thing, then effectively those extra edges are kind of serving as your bevel. That can kind of make sense too. But then I guess for this one, obviously, there's not enough there to hold it together if you're going to do smooth. And I guess what you're doing is like smooth previewing everything, and then I think you're maybe losing too much. Maybe it's getting too rounded, so you might need some sort of holding edges in there. Yeah, and I would say the same for this too. Is that I can see you have some holding edges in here and down there to hold the shape, and then the top is really rounded. I don't know. I don't have the reference image, so I don't know how rounded the original actually is. Yeah, these look good. Again, I would normally bevel this, so just to have more control over the shape rather than just leave it a smooth preview to do the work. I would normally put the bevel in so that I can shape how rounded it is and how big the rounding is, which I suppose you can. That's what that extra edge is, I guess, doing, but it's just a slightly different approach. Yeah, but generally it's a good shape. I think you did good, and I like that you've done your own chair. I think the main thing is, just start using Maya 2018. Either Maya 2018, but if you do that, you have to use Service Pack 6 on that, or Maya 2019.